Well, you always leave me satisfied, you know?
You know what else will leave you satisfied? Keep Pop Wrestling Podcast, baby. Hi, thank you, Ken. Welcome back, everybody. I am one of the show, Dakota Stalin. We got the Kins and the Johns. I don't know what the fuck I did there. I had a minor stroke, but
American to half-ass German.
he can dink a Durgan shit to blurkin. Welcome back, everybody. I don't know what the fuck happened there. Let's talk about us some Raw. I don't remember who was going to do the notes, so one of you fuckers do it.
All right, I got it. We're all open with Cody getting jumped by Brock backstage, and then immediately cut to the ring with Paul claiming it wasn't him that set it up. And then Paul went on to cut a promo pointing out the Usos will be sitting at home watching Roman and Solo this Saturday. Yeah, we know that's not going to happen. And we probably know that Paul had something to do with Cody getting jumped. But anyways, Kevin and Sami came out and Paul got out of there. They cut a promo dedicating their win Saturday to the Usos, the real pillars of the bloodline, one of them said. And then Imperium came out to attack them to set up their tag team match for later on that night. And then the mystery tag partner, no surprise, was Matt Riddle. We all saw that coming. And the match was made official for later on in the night. Y'all got any thoughts on that clusterfuck of a start?
What the fuck are we doing with Cody and Brock now? This shit's dumb as fuck. It's dumber than the code open I did there a minute ago.
We pretty much have set that up to Cody to defy the odds with a broken arm to beat Brock. I think it's
kind of fucking dumb in my opinion. Like,
just set him up straight, let him go at it, you know?
You're not going to recapture that magic at Hell in a Cell with the torn pec.
No.
They're trying to set up for Super Saiyan Cody, I guess. I don't know.
It's going to be like the AJ Randy Orton thing where you think his leg's fucked, and then he rips the cast off. He's like, oh, it works.
Just kidding. I was not injured.
Kevin Nash in the wheelchair.
Fuck, I forgot about that one. Way to throw that bitch back.
You're welcome.
So who's willing to take bets that the Usos cost Roman and Solo their victory on Saturday?
Yeah.
To come out to help someone get super kicked or
poked. A little pokey to the neck. Yeah.
Right to the neck gobbler. And
I bet Roman and Solo win it. And then it'll be the Usos against them for the next tag team titles.
You know what? I'd like that if they split the tag team belts. Like if they just made this for the SmackDown tag team champions. I'm all for this.
Well, we got to come up with the here motherfucker damn tag team championships now. Like we did with the World Heavyweight title.
Second place. Now, apparently SmackDown was pre-recorded. And apparently at the end of the show, Roman does hold up all 4 titles, which is a cardinal sin and bad juju there. So,
yeah, apparently SmackDown
foreshadowing them losing.
SmackDown was recorded apparently immediately right after the last SmackDown. Saw it all over the interwebs.
What? Yep. The Trinettes. There's a picture of Roman holding up all 4 titles.
There's pictures, there's videos, there's...
and that's the cardinal sin is you're not supposed to touch the title.
There might be a telegram about it, honestly.
Thanks for the spoiler alert, guys. Damn.
Motherfucker, you're on the internet more than I am. How have you not seen it?
I don't know. I know
the problem is doing too much out of learning these schools, not nearly enough football.
Came here to play football. I didn't come here to play school.
Play school.
Stetson Bennett.
Yeah, shut up to Stetson Bennett. 6 years at Georgia.
2 championship rings, though.
2 championship rings equals 1 degree. Cancels out.
Yeah, drafted. That's all that matters.
Yep. Next, we had Captain Fatfuck Bronson Reed defeating Ricochet. Oh, there was
Hated
a nice.
Hated
Well, I didn't mind the drop kick spot whenever Ricochet jumped off the apron and drop kicked Captain Fat Fuck.
Yeah, but nice. I felt my house shake from here when he hit the ground. It was awful.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of I'm getting tired of him because it just seems like sells the hell to everything. It can't really, like, whenever Brock gets hit, like he could sell it better as a big man. I know he's been in it a lot longer, but if he can take some notes from Brock, if he's going to be a powerhouse big man, that'd be nice. If y'all know what I'm trying to say here.
I get what you're trying to say. I just have no use for this fucking.
It's the male Nia Jax to me.
It's starting to feel that way.
He hasn't hurt nobody yet, though.
That we know.
Nia Jax hurt a lot of people.
Hurt a lot of buffets too. Let me tell you.
I knew you were gonna say it. I was waiting for it. Something about a food buffet getting hurt.
Oh,
I was waiting on it. Anyways, move on.
Yeah. Next, we had Seth Rollins in the never-ending interview with Corey Graves. I think it's one of the only times I took notes on this. Mostly because it was a shot at Roman, and I'm loving every time somebody takes a shot at Roman right now.
Apparently, that'll be replayed next week as well. So,
yeah, just keep that on a loop because I'm loving every bit of that. It says he's taking opportunities away from everyone else, and wants the heavyweight champion, or wants to be the heavyweight champion, so we can forget about Roman. Honestly, I forget Roman's even in it until they have to bring up any kind of championship, and then I get mad. So.
All I heard during that promo was, they took her gems!
Yeah. Speaking of jobbing, Candice LeRae jobs out to Zoe Stark in the next, or the match following it. Sorry, Ken, didn't mean to cut you off there. It's all a nice segue.
Stop me, it's fine, buddy. Go ahead, keep going. Your podcast. Keep going. Is that being edited? I'm sorry.
No, it's staying in.
Fuck Zach.
I don't think he's watching this anyway. It's fine.
His wife didn't get the parental control removed to watch it.
Oh, dear God. For anyone that hasn't been watching the YouTube and are on Spotify, that was our former co-host. Just big shout out to him. Moving on.
Let it go, Dakota. Let it go. Let it
go. Next, we had Brock Lesnar coming out and issuing an open challenge at Night of Champions because apparently Cody was injured. And then Cody comes down the ramp with his arm in a sling.
Figure.
And then gets put in a Kimura lock and he ends up hurting it even more. Yeah.
Ken, it's the same face I make when I bust a nut.
Oh, my goodness.
Gross. Second, we completely skipped over the part where Brock completely roasted Mustafa Ali and told him to get a life.
I'm not gonna lie, that was beautiful.
I forgot about the best part of that whole segment.
It was almost like Bobby Who levels good.
That was the simplest of lines and perfectly executed, and I loved every second of it.
Yeah, Mr. Positivity Mustafa Ali went straight into the negativity.
Well, he was like, trying to break the mold. He's like working for this. The Brock walks by, get a life, kid. Just walk through the curtain. Best part of the whole segment. That I don't care about. We talk about whatever else, but that was the best part of that whole segment was Brock roasting Mustafa Ali for me.
Yeah,
Cowboy Brock on the mic is a fucking national treasure. I'm not going to lie to anybody.
I completely agree.
Nothing's ever going to beat him coming down to the ring with a fucking tractor, though.
And then lifting said ring with said tractor mid-match. Yeah.
Should have never lost that match. But again, back to the Roman bullshit finishes. Yeah. Next, we had Alpha Academy defeating the Viking Raiders. Yeah, this was fun. We got to see the Caterpillar in this match finally, but that's something happening.
I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that.
Where do you think I was going to go with that?
Coincidentally, the Caterpillar is also what he calls his dick, because it's just as hairy as one.
I thought we were going to talk about some ringside managers.
I mean, that's always nice to see too. But I was going to let Dakota take that one since he's just ripping off all the jokes tonight.
It's what you should pay me for. It's why I'm here.
We're getting paid.
Not yet. Not yet.
This episode's sponsored by nothing on my desk for us to be sponsored by. Sponsored by Burger King Ranch Sauce. I don't know why that's here.
Anyways, next
love to see Alpha Academy get the win. Yeah. Amazing. Finally back on track. So loving it. Next.
We had Shinsuke Nakamura versus Finn Balor, with Finn Balor getting the win. Could have been main event worthy if they just give him a little bit of time, but mid-card match. Shame.
Come on.
I didn't hate it. I hated where it was at in the card.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to this rivalry a little bit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Finn versus Shinsuke and little Damian Priest. I like it. Carry on, my wayward son.
Next we had Raquel defeating Sonya Deville, and then Chelsea Green jumping. Chelsea Green and Sonya jumping her after the match, and then Shotzi running out to Raquel's aid. It's just a revolving door with whoever wants to be a tag team partner with Raquel. I'm probably going to get it.
Let's hope Liv comes back from that injury. 2 injuries in the same match. Liv got her shoulder blown out, and then Dakota Kai blew out her ACL. So
I still can't find the exact spot where Liv blew her shoulder out. I saw where the ACL happened.
It was when she was sitting against the ropes, and Dakota Kai did like that running, like knee thing to the face.
Mm-hmm.
Like she completely turns this way, and then like Dakota Kai just completely just crushes her whole shoulder, because instead of like taking the hit like this, she like turned her whole body and took like the brunt of on her shoulder.
Gotcha.
They said surgery's pending.
I haven't been able to find a clear shot of that, but you can see the ACL just disappear on Dakota Kai.
Yeah. I'll see if I can find the videos in it. Group chat. But yeah, like I said, Liv kind of was in the corner, and Dakota Kai went to that running kick to the face thing, and like Liv turned completely and like just completely got her shoulder obliterated. So that is where, my boy. That is where.
Sad to see him injured, but this women's tag team scene is just getting worse and worse by the day, honestly.
And I've got, because I can bet over here in Indiana, I think we'll put a crisp $5 on Ronda and Shayna walking away with the titles at Night of Champion. You can scrunch your nose, but we know it's true.
It's damn true.
That match isn't happening until Raw. That match ain't happening until Raw.
Well, same thing. Whatever.
I'm scratching my face. I don't want them to win, but it's going to happen. I'm just,
Look, if they have the tag team titles, they won't be in the main event scene. The hardest choices require the strongest wills.
And the biggest sacrifices. So it just makes sense. They'll be the longest reigning women's tag team champions of the world, because that seems to be the trend we're on, is everyone's the longest, whatever they are now. So,
and no one's going to give a fuck.
And we're going to have the Raw titles on SmackDown and the SmackDown titles on Raw, because we don't want to ruin streaks.
I say Bianca loses this weekend.
I'm praying.
We gotta give our picks.
Praying for it.
Yeah, we can do it. We can do that either on Friday or the end of the show, whatever y'all want to do.
Well, at the end of the show, it's fine.
All right. Yeah, that'll do. I don't think the card will be changing anytime this week.
No,
I don't think so either. All right. Well, next match.
Next, we had the contract signing with Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus. This was great. This is why Becky is the best.
Yes.
Bringing up the barking like a dog.
Yes. Brought it all the way back.
That was
love it.
Wonderful. Just bring up everything she did in the Attitude Era and just keep roasting her about it.
Yes. I like this version of Becky.
Yeah.
I wasn't on when she had the man persona, but I came in right when she had like that weird thing when she was fighting Bianca when she lost the title.
She had like a different outfit every night.
Yeah, that over the top stuff. But this is by far my favorite version of Becky so far.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is just a continuation of the man persona, I'm guessing, but loving it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dakota, go ahead, buddy.
No, you kind of covered everything I was thinking about it. I'm glad they did change up Becky's man persona a little bit to make it a little different than... Best way I can describe it is Joker Seth, because that's basically what it is.
That's fair.
They're finally a little bit different.
But
love both of them.
Yeah. Next, we had Dominic Mysterio defeating Apollo Crews. I didn't care for this at all. I really like Apollo. I feel like we're just going to end up doing the same thing we did last time he was on the main roster. Just having him lose, even though he looks like a damn unit.
He looks like he should be in the main event, but every time we bring him up, they just job him out, and I don't get it. Like, he's got the charisma, the moves, the look. I don't know what more you want.
I don't either. It doesn't make sense. He's got all the athletic potential you need out of a big guy. He's wasting it.
I mean,
you're bitching it.
If we get a rivalry with him and Dom, I mean, that's fine, but I don't want Dom winning every time. I'd rather Apollo get a couple of squash matches in there. But it is what it is. All right. Next, we had Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Matt Riddle, to no one's surprise, versus Imperium. This was a match, I guess.
With no fucky finishes.
That's fair.
I'll take it.
I mean, you're not really going to get them that much with Imperium. Most of the time. They're not the bloodline. You're not going to get a fucky finish every single time. Sometimes, not every time.
I know, but Paul Heyman being there beginning,
I didn't hate it because, like Ken said, I got a clean finish in a main event for the first time in I don't fucking know when.
That involved Kevin and Sammy.
Yes.
That's the key words there that involve those two.
That involves some sort of bloodline storyline. I got a clean finish in a main event. I'll fucking take it.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
moving on, we got another segment with Cody. Him backstage, telling doctors and stuff to get away, and then we had Triple H coming in, putting his arm around him, trying to have him get evaluated. He's like, no, whatever. And then they had to bring up the whole torn pec thing. Yeah. So, y'all got any thoughts on that ending segment?
It's just such good shit, John. It's just
such good shit.
Brock Lesnar is going to go out there, suplex this little scrawny fuck about 12 times, and then Omos is going to come in him, and it's just going to be such good shit. And then I'm going to touch a woman and pay her $3 million.
Oh, shit. So, before...
This podcast brought to you by Hush Money.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Back focus.
that was a clean transition. Hats off. Clean transition. Good job, buddy.
Hats off, helmets on. You know what I'm
Same
saying.
thing.
We got 4 bits of news here before we get into our picks. Nick Khan is wanting to move SmackDown to 3 hours. Y'all got any thoughts on that?
Don't hate it. Don't love it. Kind of in the middle on it. I can see why they want to add an extra hour, because you can only tell 2 hours worth of Bloodline storylines. So no one else is really getting camera time. So it makes sense to go to 3 hours. But I'm more excited about the second bit of information with Raw, which we'll get into here in a second.
Yeah, I feel like SmackDown every week feels like it's rushed, and everything's like on a really quick time frame. Plus, they have a ton of talent on that show. We don't get enough LA Knight. We don't get enough Rick Boogs. Yeah, I like the 3 hours.
I'm kind of 50-50 on it myself. Like, yes, SmackDown definitely could use the extra hour, but at the same time, like, with Raw being 3 hours, some episodes of Raw just feels like we don't need that extra fucking hour. It just feels like it's too much and full of shit that nobody needs. And I don't want SmackDown to also fall down that same rabbit hole where I'm just slugging through, at that point, 2 extra hours of wrestling I didn't fucking need this week.
I've got to say, for me, though, like, post Backlash, the episodes haven't felt as drug out for me.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some stuff I'm kind of like, all right, let's just get through it on to the next stuff. But I don't know, it makes sense. Make SmackDown 3 hours, have both shows run that way. But we'll see how it turns out. I doubt it changes, but we'll see.
Yep. Next, they're looking to move the last hour of Raw to TV 14 instead of PG. So I know, Ken, you're getting to that. I'll go ahead and give you the floor on that one.
I think we're going to get back to what made wrestling back in the day with the inappropriate jokes or the over-the-top matches. I think we'll start seeing some more blood back in WWE. I think, some of the wrestlers, get to open up a little bit more with promos and choice of words and stuff like that. So I think it's going to kind of hit back to guys like us that are just middle-aged men complaining about wrestling. But for me, I think it's, we're getting back to the Attitude Era style stuff, and I'm here for it.
Absolutely. Tony, you got anything on that?
Puppies! I think it'd be a nice change of pace, though. I agree with Ken on that. Some of the roster probably benefit a lot more on that more TV 14 hour than others.
See, I knew they brought back Trish Stratus for a reason.
Don't do that. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. This new underwear can't be ruining them right now.
Next little nugget of information. Dakota's favorite wrestler of all time, Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, is injured.
I'm going to take this, Dakota. You just sit back. No, we're not going to let Dakota go on a rant.
No, I'm going to sit this one out. Sucks for injuries, but
Godspeed on her journey.
Oh no! Anyway,
good. Godspeed of recovery. Hope she does better. Gets back in the ring, does her thing. Let's carry on before Dakota. I see Dakota's eye twitching over there. So let's just get to the next segment.
So Raw is going to have the first round of Money in the Bank qualifying matches on Monday. No list has been given out yet. I'm sure we'll get one at Night of Champions. I know we're not
Shot
getting
in the dark ticket.
What's up?
Shot in the dark. Pick your Money in the Bank winner.
Cody Rhodes.
Oh, pick the winner. Just shot in the dark winner
or Edge. Yeah. I can't pick the two.
No idea who's in it. Shot in the dark. Who wins it?
Yeah. Head saying Cody Rhodes, heart wants Edge.
Yeah, so I'm kind of leaning towards Edge myself. Have him finish it out. Cash in on that World Heavyweight title. Randy comes back, ends it all that way. Be the most beautiful way to send it.
If he can come back.
Yeah, I like it.
I
need Randy back.
His dad gave that update where he may be out for good.
Done, yeah. So I'd like some Randy back. I always love Randy Orton, especially the menace that was Bald Randy.
Yeah.
Even the last little run he had, where he kept thinking he was going to turn, and then just never did.
RK Bro was magic, pure magic,
all the way through.
All right, we'll go ahead and get into our picks for Night of Champions.
I've got the card right here if you want me to run through it.
Yeah, go ahead and run through that.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we'll start at the very bottom of the list here that I have currently. Let's go with the Trish Stratus versus Becky Lynch. Dakota, give me your pick. And why?
It's going to be Becky. I don't see him keeping Trish around too much longer. I think this will be Trish's official passing of the torch moment.
Damn, you took the word right out of my mouth. Hookster?
I'm picking. You know what? I'll go Trish and a screwy finish, and we're gonna get a couple more matches out of these and get one at SummerSlam too.
Do you think Lita returns?
Yeah.
Well, Trish won't dip it her out.
I know.
Mickey James returned? No.
I hope not, because not Mickey, but stop.
I think she's banned from returning to WWE, so I don't think that's gonna be a thing.
I don't want Lita coming back unless it's like for ringside stuff, because I'm gonna be honest here. She looked like really, really slow with her stuff last time she was in the ring when they won the tag team titles.
Shut your bitch ass up.
I don't know why he wants to shit on her all the time. Just be happy.
She looks slow. So do the fucking Hardys now, because their bodies have gone to shit.
Exactly. Just retire.
I'm not happy every time I see Jeff's drunk ass stumble in the ring.
Get this man his keys.
I'm going to take Becky Lynch, and I agree with Dakota as the passing of the torch, as Becky becoming like the man in the women's division in history. All right, moving forward, Raw Women's Championship: Bianca Belair versus Asuka. Hook, who do you have and why?
Bianca Belair, because this title reign's never going to end.
I don't know why you just sound like that damn, NFL thing where it's like they say their name and what college they went to. This is exactly how you sounded right there. Bianca Belair, University of Tennessee. Jesus. Hook or Dakota, what you got?
I'd really, really love it to be Asuka. I really would. I think it needs to be Asuka personally. What's Bianca at again?
415 days.
She's already got the record.
She's 415, puts her past Becky for Raw. The next one she'd pass would be Sherry Martel at 441, and then Trish is 448. Rockin' Robin's 502. If you want to count an Asuka NXT title reign, 523. Probably won't.
No, I think we stick with
she's not going to pass the longest ever women's championship reign.
That was Mae Young. No,
Fabulous Moolah, 10,000 days. I'd kill myself before I watch that happen.
Yeah, we need to see that one. About Fabulous
as much as I want Asuka to win it, they're probably going to send her past Trish just to fucking break the longest modern women's championship reign. As much as my heart really wants Asuka to win it.
I say Asuka to get the title back to Raw.
Isn't Asuka on SmackDown?
Yeah, bitch. Maybe you're right.
This reign makes no sense.
None of it does, but it's such good shit. Almost is going to pin her for the Raw Women's Championship. He's a free agent.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to fact check myself here. It makes no sense why they're fighting for the Raw. I ain't fucking going through all that. Anyways, I'm going to say Asuka. I think they gave her the longest reigning Raw Women's Championship, so I think that's going to be a good enough record. So give me Asuka. A little extra there. Moving forward, now we have the SmackDown Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley versus Natalya. I'm going to go on this one. I'm going to say Rhea Ripley. Natalya is just kind of a placeholder until they get the next match set up. And love Natalya. She's great. Don't you start bobbing your head at me. She's going to lose because she's too old. Okay, next. Hook. Who do you got?
Rhea Ripley. University of Tennessee. No, I'm playing. Rhea Ripley's going to win. It's going to be a squash match because Natalya has no business being in this match. She just came out to the ring and they gave her a title match. Woohoo.
They've had one stare off. Like, I don't get it. Dakota, who you
got? Rhea Ripley, Thick World Order.
That's all the reason I need.
TWO.
The other two members of the Thick World Order are Bailey and Nikita Lyons.
Settle down.
All right, so Intercontinental Championship. We got Gunther taking on Mustafa Ali. Dakota.
This one's going to be Gunther again. Much like Natalya, Mustafa's just kind of like a fill-in kind of match until we get to a bigger pay-per-view.
He could even be drafted. He's a free agent, so that's my reason why he loses. All right, Hook, who do you got, buddy?
Gunther.
University of Auschwitz.
Oh man, this is the night we get canceled.
Look, they already had to change Gunther's name once because it was Gunther something. And then the day they announced that on NXT UK, everybody's like, wasn't that a famous Nazi general?
His nickname is the Ring General.
That's messed up.
So, yeah, I'm going Gunther and another squash. I think we're getting 2 squashes in one night.
Roger that, Captain. And then we have the match for the undisputed tag team championships of the world. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Roman and Solo. I'm going to go first. I'm going to say it's going to be Kevin and Sami. I think the Usos come out and mess everything up, hitting the Jay Solo Roman thing a little bit deeper. I think somebody accidentally gets super kicked. Then they get the hula kick. Kevin stuns somebody. Game, set, match. Or the Usos try to interfere, get caught, sent to the back, get distracted, get the win that way. I don't think Roman and Solo are winning this, but that's just my thoughts and opinions, and mine alone. So, Hook, who do you got, buddy, and why?
If this was just for the SmackDown title, absolutely let Roman and Solo win. Because it makes sense. Because no other title thing makes sense right now. But it's for both of them. Sami and KO are going to win by some screwy finish because Usos are going to come out and ruin it. And like you said, it's going to be main event Jay versus Roman, guy who barely shows up for work. Reigns, probably for SummerSlam.
Is that your bold prediction for the year?
Yeah.
Love it. Dakota?
Similar endings, different outcomes. I think Jay and Jimmy come out acting like they're going to help Roman and Solo. They try to turn on them, fuck it up, put down probably Sami, and then Roman and Solo get the pin that way and unfortunately win the titles because, no gnarly tribal teeth ain't no goddamn goat. So, yeah. Because we have to give
Old
Roman all the
strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it plays out.
We have to give Roman all the belts, or he'll lose his smile again.
All right, now for the match, I think the triple main events. I don't know which order they're going to go in. Kind of hoping they go. Well, predictions for Brock and Cody. Hook, who you starting with?
Cody, they're going to make him be Super Cody. Sorry.
Did you mean to name drop like that?
I might have. But They're going to have him go full Super Cena. He's probably going to get hit by like 27, roughly 27 suplexes and a couple F5s that kick out every time with his good arm. And he's going to somehow win. Is this a no DQ match or is this just a regular match?
It just no, it doesn't say anything about it being street fight and hold bar or anything like that. It just says straight up regular match. So, dynamics.
So Cody for sure.
It's gonna be probably Cody, honestly, doing the whole super Cody storyline for no goddamn reason. Either way, I think it's all fucking stupid. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm going to shock the world. Brock wins. Setting up their final rubber match at SummerSlam, putting Cody on a one-track line to WrestleMania against Roman Reigns at 40.
Or maybe Triple H comes out and helps, and then we get corporate Cody, bitches.
I just think that they've set the tone I can see both sides where it's Cody now has everything stacked against him. He's going to rise above, beat the beast, do that stuff. I just don't see there being a story past for Cody right now. So I think he stays in this at least till SummerSlam. I think Brock sets up that rubber match where Cody, beats him and puts him back on track. So that's my take there. Now, for the match I think we're all excited for. They can let every other match go for 5 minutes, pull them off, be done. Let this other match go for 2.5 hours. Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles for the new, used, never lost, re-given World Heavyweight Championship title. Hook. Who do you got?
Seth Rollins in Match of the Year.
Would you like to elaborate a little more on that?
No, I mean, just sit back and watch on Saturday for my Match of the Year.
Dakota?
Seth Rollins. It's not going to be any good. They're too small. No, I'm kidding. It's going to be match of the fucking... It'll easily be Match of the Year. Give him a fucking hour and just let it go. Even if AJ wins, I'd be happy with it, but they're not going to move him to Raw right after getting the whole club on SmackDown.
Might move the whole club to Raw. Have them feud with Judgment Day, then you got Finn and AJ. Sorry, off track here.
I mean, we didn't really finish that story before AJ got injured, so...
All I'm saying is this. I think Roman's story past... God damn it. I don't know. I'm going to say AJ Styles, just to be the odd man in the group here, because every time we all seem to be unified on a decision, the other person wins, so I'm going to go with AJ Styles. Love to see Seth win. I'm honestly not going to be offended if either one of these guys win. But I feel like they've painted too much animosity between Seth and Roman, letting Seth do that interview and pretty much put Roman down the whole time. I think they're fast-tracking a Seth versus Roman storyline. Let Cody and Brock do their thing, and then maybe set up Seth versus Cody for the titles. Because Roman's never beat Seth in one-on-one. He seems to be Roman's kryptonite. So, give me that. But like I said, I will be through the moon for either one of these guys. I don't care who wins the title. Honestly, they're both great. They're both generational talents. And I think we're going to be in for an old-fashioned barn burner between these two. So, but that concludes our picks for the Night of Champions. Who wants to take us out?
I'll do it. So, make sure you follow us on all our social medias. On Twitter at the Cheap Pop Podcast. on Instagram, Cheap Pop Wrestling Podcast, Facebook at the TNJ Sports Podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube if you haven't, at Cheap Pop Wrestling Podcast. You can find us on Spotify as well if you're watching on YouTube. That being said, this is Hook signing out.
This is Kenneth, and we out.
Bye. Have a great time.